Hi, I'm Dr. Shelly Cristobal of Hearing Healthcare Services in Durham, North Carolina, and I'm here to walk through an unboxing of one of our new self-fitting hearing aid options that has become available. We are excited about the expanding options in terms of hearing help, and this is a great in-between option for folks who aren't quite ready for hearing aids, but are looking for some sort of hearing support just in those situations that are tougher. Jabra is known worldwide for manufacturing of headphones for use typically in a business setting, and they do lots and lots with earpieces and headphones. They know their sound. They're actually owned under the same umbrella parent company as one of the hearing aid manufacturers as well. So they have a lot of resources to really do self-fitting hearing aids right. So I'm excited to see how these are set up and what's available in them. Here we go. This is a true unboxing. I haven't broken the seal. FDA approved devices do come sealed. Please make sure that's what you're getting when you're getting devices. I'm gonna open the seal on these. These are going to be mine. I'm so excited to be able to play with them a little bit and get ready to be passing them along to our patients. So this is the Jabra EnhancePlus. We found it interesting that the serial numbers are tracked by pair. These are sold as a pair. There's no getting just one. They're sold as a set. And here we go. Look at that. We have welcome and instructions. We have a range of ear gels and to help find the right fit. And from talking to folks in the industry, they have done a ton of work to make sure these devices will be comfortable. And the case is so small. It's so much smaller than anything else I've seen on the market. Really, they're just so petite. The devices are rechargeable and intended to be worn for just as a lifestyle device, not all day, every day. Proper hearing aids are designed to be worn the whole time you're awake every day. And these are really, the battery only lasts about 10 hours a day. They're very cute. Little bitty earbud. They're so small. They are, of course, rechargeable. The case charges, and we have a range of ear gel sizes to be able to make sure we have the right fit in the ear. I believe they said they'll expect you to need to replace those ear gels, and that's something you can buy from Jabra or from a Jabra dispenser. And then there's a nice comprehensive instructions on getting them set up. We will play a little bit with getting them set up compared to a phone and see what they sound like and how that setup goes. So here we pull up our app store and search the Jabra Enhance. There's a couple of Jabra apps, but the Jabra Enhance comes up. We download and wait for it to load. That Enhance Pro is not the right app. There we go. There's the Jabra Enhance. And the app itself will walk you through the pairing once you scroll through and sign off on the terms and conditions. And activate the permissions for the various things that are needed for the app to work. It will not work without the Bluetooth. And then it's going to walk us through activating the earbuds and pairing them to the phone. That's done through two different apps, both through the native Apple app that goes through the phone settings and through this Jabra app. So Once we get the devices in pairing mode, it sends us over to the phone settings. And here we go. We'll pop over to phone settings. We will scroll down to accessibility and then hearing devices. The phone will search for the hearing devices and they should pop up. Those blue lights should be blinking on the devices themselves, and if they're not, you hold the button for 3 seconds to get them to pop up. Everything pairs pretty quickly. You get a couple of clicks in there, and it sends you, there we go, back over to the Jabra app. Thanks. Making all the connections, making sure it's going to work properly, and we are complete. And then it's going to walk us through the next couple of steps of getting them personalized so that they fit properly and match your hearing needs. So they run through a couple of health precautions, and then it's going to walk us through setting up the earpieces. So I'm going to open up this pack of ear gels, and I have a range of sizes. I pretty much always am using the smallest size available, so I'm just going to go ahead and make that leap. They have 3 sizes and 2 gels of each size. The devices have a small marking on them indicating right and left. There's a little bitty R and L on there, as well as markers on the end of the earpiece underneath that gel. So with my right ear, I'll put that device in with my, the fit really is quite comfortable. I do get a good bit of occlusion, meaning I'm hearing my own voice and it's very echoey. That's pretty typical with anything that's closing off the ear, but not going deep down into the ear. That's going to be a limitation with any of these earbud type of hearing devices, but I'm curious to see how it sounds once we get the sound added in and get these things activated. Now for the more detailed personalization. The devices really do a great job of walking you through everything and making sure, for instance, that the room is quiet enough for their little mini hearing check to get accurate results. You give it your birthday, I'm hiding mine, and then it asks you to respond when you hear certain sounds. Now, I edited this so that it runs a good bit faster. This process did take several minutes. This isn't just a plug and play. They really do a good job of looking at the balance of sound, just sort of bass, mids, and trebles to see how loud the sound has to be for you to reach it. This will give them an approximation of your audiogram, in the same way that, you know, when we're doing an audiogram in the clinic, it's in a calibrated room with calibrated equipment and 12 frequencies. Even so, the way that they do this through the buds and in the ear is really much better than what I've seen with anything else available in the over-the-counter or self-fitting market right now. So you tap the screen when you hear the sounds. I think that's pretty familiar to most folks who've done any sort of hearing management. They do each ear separately, which is great. And I think this is the last couple of steps here. Once we're done with the personalization, it'll give us a quick little tour of the app. But there's the hearing profile. So there's also the speech filter is a preference for how you like your sound. Do you like to hear?
Oh, good.
You can hear the sample. They're sort of an average. Clear is a little bit more high-pitched. Full is a little bit more low-pitched. And then it lays out your profile. It's a pretty cool setup. Very simple, very accessible. Again, not as customized or specific as traditional hearing aids, but a really great resource. And then when you're in more difficult listening situations, you can come in here and control hearing a focus of what's in front of you, or a surround of everything, or an adaptive. You've got some volume control. There's some pretty nice setup, nice features you can play around with. The Jabra EnhancePlus devices are intended to be worn as lifestyle devices, meaning you don't wear them the whole time you're awake every day, the way you do a traditional hearing aid, but the devices should be worn when situations are more difficult, when it's noisy, or you're trying to hear someone with a softer voice, or listening over a distance, more complex work environments. They have a lot of technology to support hearing in noise. And my hope is that these will be a great stepping stone to get folks taking care of their hearing loss much earlier in life. We know from the more recent research that that makes a huge difference in brain function over the long term. One of the best things we can do to avoid or delay or reduce the risk of dementia later in life is by treating hearing loss in midlife. So these are a great stepping stone. So folks, all in all, I'm really excited about these Jabra EnhancePlus earbuds. They're easy to use, easy to set up, simple devices as a good start for folks who just need a little bit of help with their hearing. I'm excited to hopefully be dispensing these in our practice as an alternative to traditional hearing aids for those folks who aren't ready for that step. But these are super cute, they're lightweight and comfortable, and the ability to set them up in a way that's much more precise than almost anything else you can find over the counter will be a huge help for our folks with true hearing losses that just aren't ready for hearing aids. That being said, they are a long way from what traditional hearing aids are. They are intended to last for 18 to 24 months instead of the typical 4 or 5 year lifespan of traditional hearing aids. Their battery will only last for about 10 hours out of the day, whereas traditional batteries last for several days, or rechargeables may last for 24 to 30 hours. Traditional hearing aids are meant to be worn the whole time you're awake every day to really get the benefit and really hear and to really protect the brain the way we want to. These devices are meant to start offering support just in those more difficult situations for folks who aren't quite ready for that full-time use. These devices are not as precisely calibrated to an individual's ear. They do a lot more than anything else that's available over the counter, but even a very basic traditional hearing aid fit properly by an audiologist or a hearing instrument specialist is going to be set up in a way that's more precisely fit to your ears and going to give you better speech understanding. We also know that the coaching and support and long-term management of devices can very much improve your experience with them, help you get more benefit from them, and help them last longer for you. So we will be offering some degree of support. It's limited at what we can do with these devices, but what we can do, we are going to offer the same way we do for anything else, like AirPods or other devices that just need regular cleaning and deep cleaning to make sure that they're working their best. We're excited about the launch of the Jabra Enhance, and I'm excited to wear them around this weekend and play with them in a couple of different environments and see how they do. I'm Shelly Cristobal from Hearing Healthcare Services, and we are here to help you hear everything. I think I'm gonna have to get myself a set of these. Well, over the weekend with the devices, I was able to play with them in a few different environments, and I have to say the sound quality is absolutely lovely. There is still a little bit of that occlusion, but that means when I'm streaming or using them with my phone, it sounds really, really beautiful. The use has been really very simple. I've had no hiccups. Everything's been very stable. They fit comfortably in my ears, which I have very small ears, and often things are too big or create pressure over time. And I haven't run into that with these, which is a big surprise. I'm very impressed. I am using the smallest of the ear gel sizes, and there is a range available for more typical sized ears. But they've been great to play with, and I look forward to working with them more in our clinic. But the Jabra Enhance seem to be great little devices, and I look forward to having some more fun with them.